Everybody, it's Annette. I'm beginning to run out of places to set up a camera. It's cold outside and looks like Amazon warehouse in here, so I'm having to be a little strategic. So it's going pretty easy as far as like smoothly, and I think taking it one thing at a time and going slow and steady like the turtle definitely helped out a lot. I am going to announce the starting of a series on what to do, and it would have been tonight would have been the first video. However, this week has been we'll go over that in a moment, but I'm going to start a series on endings as we are closing out this year. I would like to talk about some endings, and granted, a lot of these are painful, but sometimes endings lead to new opportunities. We learn and grow from them. We become stronger from them. So that's what I'm going to discuss. And the first one will be about the dissolution of my first marriage, my first marriage that failed. So it will be a serious talk, and I will be open and honest with you. I'm not going to lay out dirty laundry or anything like that. But it's been, have you ever had like the Monday-ist Monday ever? Like, for example, yesterday was Monday, and that was the coldest day we've had. My nose is tickling, I want to scratch it. 14 degrees. All the chickens survived. Everybody did well. Everybody stayed draft free as far as I can tell. Had lots of hay. I did try the ping pong bottles in the little plastic containers. That was an epic failure. The ping pong balls froze. The plastic containers, when I'm like, I went to like just turn them over, tap, tap, tap to get the water out. They cracked like a porcelain doll, so the edges of them. So I was like, okay, we got to go back to the drawing board on this one. So I did put like one bottle that I had from last year that had the salt in it and a little bit of water. It had quite a bit of salt, so I laid it in one of the water bowls tonight. But the ping pong balls are dependent upon the wind, and obviously in the beginning when we had this cold weather coming in, we had a lot of wind, and that was not the case when it dropped so low. And thank God today was a lot nicer. So couple cracked bins, ping pong balls frozen in the water. I just brought some more water bottles and refilled everybody's water, make sure they have fresh water to drink. That's very important for them any time of the year to have a source of water, as it is any living creature. I did go to the University of the YouTube to see what I could find out about different ways that were non-electric to keep water from freezing. And of course, you go to a video and you have one or two YouTube users, you keyed in non-electric methods, and then next thing you know, they're showing you a video and it's got a plug. I'm like, y'all, go to the next one. And so then there's another couple of them where it's the manly men. They are really, really they're smart, okay? But I don't want to do what they're doing. I don't want to dig 4 feet below the freeze line, put in a big tubing, whatever, like a drainage pipe tubing, And I stopped the video then. I don't know where he was going with his project, but I'm sure whatever he's doing was going to work because he's putting a lot of time into it. The one video that I did find that made a little hopeful light bulb go off in my head was a solar powered water aerator. Solar powered to eliminate the electricity, aerator to keep the water moving. I think he said his cost about $22. I've not gone to Amazon or anywhere else online to see what that cost, but we're talking about one, two, three, at least at minimum 3 different areas I would need to utilize it in order to cover everybody. So I may try one I'm thinking about getting a rubber. I was looking at silicone bowls, but silicone freezes too, because that's how you make little molded things that go in punches and stuff like that. So try a different type of bowl that's not metal, maybe a thick rubber bowl. If I can find something that I don't have to take a second mortgage out on, those things are kind of expensive. I did see some at our dear old Wally World that they had advertised. Rubber, I don't know how strong they are for the price. I think it was like $4.92. I don't know how many ounces it is. It might be worth, when I do my next Walmart order, just to buy one to see if it'll work. But whatever I'm going to use will need to be deep enough to hold an aerator, if I'm saying that right, and then have to make sure I have enough tubing to get to the solar panel. It's like small square solar panel that would go on the outside of the coops. So I know solar would work, and if I have enough tubing, that would work. I just got to find the right container. So that was the Monday-ist Monday, and then we get to Tuesday, and working business as usual and everything. I was working at home today. So this does not happen to me, okay? I promise it. I drop my phone a lot, okay? That's why I have the shatterproof case on it. That's why I have the whatever glass surge protector, oh my gosh. I'm talking about something entirely different now. The screen protector. I have that one. That is a very resilient one. I can't explain how it happened. I think I saw the flash of a cat. I don't know what I was doing with the phone. I was getting up to go do something or refill my drink. I don't know what. I had been mopping in between tasks. That phone did a Olympic dive straight into that mop bucket that I didn't realize I had the reflexes that I have to just plunge my hand into it, and it had a little bit of bleach in the water, and I was terrified. So I was panicking, and of course, the first thing I do, looking for the rice, couldn't find any rice put aside, and then I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. What are people doing now? So I go to my computer because I'm like powering off my phone, wiping it off, shaking it, doing everything, wiping it down, praying, hyperventilating. And it said to use those little silicone gel packets. Well, I knew my husband had some of those, and I knew where to find them. So powered off the phone, took the case off of it, put it in a container with like 8 or 9 of those little gel packets, and then put it under the stove lamp, a little light over the stove top, and then stacked up little Tupperware containers. They're not really Tupperware, but plastic containers with lids, and then got it like close to the light, and then waited a couple hours, and it came on. I was getting that error when it first happened. It said, water has been detected in your device, and I'm like panicking because number one, I have a phone and I will keep a phone until it just simply does not work, like I do my cars. I don't like buying something all the time. It's a pain. for people, I'm going to say people like me, the type of personality who wants control over everything. I want it to be like it is. And then I switch over to another phone, then have to transfer all those apps over, and not everything transfers. And then you lose some of your contacts, and then my anxiety's going boom, 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 boom. I hate that. And it's expensive. I don't know how, like, the people who do buy the most newest version of anything, literally anything, gaming consoles, phones, cars, whatever, whatever. I don't know how they do it. It is not me. I will see something come out and I will wait in the wings. And then if it's something I'm going to be purchasing, I'll wait. And then when the newer one comes out, I look at the price of the older one, and then I'm able to buy the older one. So it's still very functional. It's still not really old in electronic years, and it saves me money, and I can pay for it. I don't have to finance it. I don't have to be under a contract or anything like that. But yeah, that was a big scare today because I was like, oh, how am I going to do my videos? I wanted to do this series on endings, and now, my phone may end. So thank God it appears like everything's working fine. I've not had any issues with it. Appears to be dry, but I also read that phones can be submerged up to a certain amount of time. That phone was not in there long, but when you're dealing with electronics and water, you don't want it in there any length of time. So that was rather scary. So it's been between yesterday and then today, it's been a couple days. So I've got some house cleaning to do before I get ready for bed. And chickens are put up. They're happy. They got to free range a little bit today. And plants downstairs under the lights are still doing okay. They're hanging in there. My winter squash that I replanted, and then I have the pots in the bedroom where they're getting some sunlight. They're sprouting. They're not going like nuts like they did when they were outside. But again, we've had a lot of days that have been dark and not a lot of sun. And so when it is pleasant, curtain goes wide open, the dogs have a sunspot, and the plants have sun. So anyhow, next video will be about endings and about the failure of my first marriage and how I navigated that and kind of, brought me to where I am today. And then we'll talk about other endings, because there are other endings I've had in my life, as you have too, that sometimes it's not by our choice. Sometimes it is by our choice, but they're all unique to each of us, and we all have something to learn from that. And they do mold and shape us as the people that we are. So until then, I hope you guys are staying warm. Please be careful out there. Remember, layer, layer, layer. You're going to hear that from me a lot. And take care of your critters. Love y'all. Have a great night. Talk to you later.